co-host has said, I am Fix, and we're here for more Rumble in the Realm.
Last week, of course, we had the qualifiers for the tournament for both EU and North America. For EU, they were happening over on the Legion, DNS, and for NA on Imperial. And we narrowed it down to 4 remaining players. And for you tonight, we will have Sarpo, Ryuki, Tenna, and Red Eyes facing off against each other. So it will be, if you will, the bracket should come up on the screen anytime now. As you can see, Sarpo got first seed and will be matched up versus the 4th seed. In this case, will be Red Eyes. And Ryuki will be facing Tenna since Ryuki got 2nd seed and Tenna 1st seed. But it was amazing to see how we had so many participants. We had over 200 participants alone in the EU side of things. So first of all, I'm really surprised that we have no Blade Masters over here on EU. Especially Luke. What do you think, Fix?
As you say, it was overwhelming the amount of people that we did have enter. The interest alone from the community was immense. You know, we have to thank NCSoft, the sponsors, Corsair, and so on for that. And like you say, it was quite an upset not to see any Blade Masters in the finals whatsoever, especially Lukey. It just goes to show that it really does come down to the situation at hand and how it plays out at the end of the day, really.
And not only that, but the only destroyer to make it pretty far was Mr. B. Unfortunately, didn't get to make it past Red Eyes. But on the other hand, Red Eyes did play really well. He had to face off against Anil, which was, of course, another Blade Master. And I was thinking that he will make it, but got eventually knocked out by Red Eyes indeed. So once again, as Fix mentioned, thank you so much, NCSoft, and Corsair for the awesome prizes. Of course, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd prize will be getting a whole bunch of goodies, especially that MMO mouse looking really fancy. Do you like my side buttons? I like the extra convenience, I must say. But the matches tonight are going to be super exciting, not only because we had some surprises in terms of the finalists, but just seeing how these particular players, especially Sarpo, performed last week was absolutely insane. I really think that Sarpo was playing out of his mind, honestly. Just
he's really on form at the moment. Exceptional play from Sarpo at the moment.
Perfect tech chases, instant punishes. It really felt like he was just all automated, because it's one thing to think of the strategies, know what you're supposed to do in a scenario. Of course, these players at this high of level, they make themselves kind of a flow chart in their head when they face off against an opponent, thinking, okay, it's versus this class, these timings I have to keep in mind. Of course, in most cases, the tab escape second wind is one of the biggest and most important things to play around. So in this case, Sarpo managed to get the 1st seed and played absolutely insane, I must say. But it seems like for our first match of the night, it will be between Tenna and Ryuki. We'll be getting into that one, which is, of course, Ryuki on Assassin and Tenna on Warlock. And last time, of course, last week, Ryuki did manage to overcome his opponent. We'll see what's going to happen tonight. What are your predictions for this one?
As we've seen, every time we see Tenna play, he comes out extremely aggressive. That Tetherblade, he's really, really good at getting in with the opener and keeping up that aggression from the get-go. But as we already know, these guys do play each other a lot. Ryuki knows what to expect. He's going to go out of his way to ensure that Tenna does not get that all-important opener at the end of the day.
And not only that, but just Tenna is, in general, extremely aggressive, no matter the matchup. He will not give you any opening whatsoever, especially now considering the fact that the Warlocks have that 1.5 minute time warp cooldown that gives it that extra potential edge. But as we've seen, because Tenna's been so aggressive, didn't even come down to a 2nd time warp ever, really, because he would just close out matches so fast.
That's the thing with the Warlock. You know, if they've been given the leeway to do so, they will take you down extremely fast.
And we're just gonna make sure the players are ready so we can actually get into our first round of the night. It will be just best of three, straight up best of threes until the grand finals, where we will have a best of five series in the sense that one best of three, as in one spar, will award the winner 1 point. The first one to get 3 points will be the grand finals winner. So, all right, seems like they're ready. So if the spectators can join right now, we should be good to go. And once again, it will be Ryuki on that assassin, Tenna on that warlock. Should expect pretty standard openers from both sides. Just gonna wait and double check if everyone's ready. It seems like
we have a little bit of an issue just hanging on in the background, but yeah, as we say, we are expecting exceptional play tonight from everyone in this tournament. They have played their hearts out to get where we are now, and again, it comes down to the support from NCSoft, Corsair, and the community themselves. You know, trying to push PvP in the West itself to catch up with places like Korea and so on. You know, it is going to take some doing, and to have the support behind us is where it really needs to be at the end of the day.
And we've touched a bit on these players, especially the first three. We haven't talked too much about Red Eyes, the only soul fighter, of course, in the group left. Not necessarily surprising that he made it this far, because he's been a veteran, he's played for such a long time and has been exceptional at it. Of course, initially on that KFM, now on that Soul Fighter.
Yeah.
But it seems like he didn't have as much practice coming in this time around. But
yeah, he's been a little bit more casual, but you know, he's seasoned enough that he knows what he's doing.
And not only that, but the fact that he has such a great mindset when it comes to being flexible with his build, making sure he has the right setup at the right time, and not being afraid to just go towards using different things. For instance, of course, instead of the King Fist, very confident on using the Froststorm variant instead in some matchups like the Summoner. Of course, tonight we won't have any Summoners, but just as a straight up example, he's not afraid to just straight up combine things and just switch it up when needed, even if it is to give him a small edge.
You know, it comes down to that creativity, like you say, and how they assess the situations and saying, okay, well, I could do this, but, you know, and they'll change it right literally as you think they're going to go left, and, you know, they'll go right. And that punish is always there to back it up. That's what we expect from players of this level, you know, changing it up and not. That's what separates them from people like us, and you know, that's why they're sitting in the top of the ladders. They win tournaments and so on. You know, it really makes that big difference.
And since he will be facing off against Sarpo for his first round, I think it's gonna come down to how well can he time the ground ripples, because that's been a big thing of his when facing off versus Ryuki last week, and of course the assassins in general.
It's all about keeping him out of stealth at the end of the day.
And with ground ripple, you have that option, if timed perfectly, to counter the initiation of the Sin. When they're trying to go back, you can push them away. You can, of course, get them out of the stealth, as you mentioned, on top of things. So it's gonna be a big part, but at the same time, it's gonna be really difficult to nail that down at the end. It
is. But at the end of the day, you know, Rad on Soulfire, extremely explosive. You know, a lot can happen in a very short amount of time. Whereas Sarpo's gonna have to play a little bit more tentatively, wait for his openings, get those CCs in, burn Rad's tab as quickly as possible, and just keep up that damage. You know, he can't drop any combos. He needs to ensure that when he gets an opening, he makes the most of it when he does.
Because, of course, another thing to mention when it comes to Assassins, it is that they have that second escaped option. Not only do they have the tab escape, but they also have the use of their flower, which they can put down to give them an extra options in terms of getting out of crowd controls. And that's going to be, of course, another big thing here. And on the other hand, when it comes to the Soul Fighters, they have that option of getting their opponents up into the air, give them enough airtime, launch them up into the air, and get that relaunch with the impact on top of things. Of course, that will be a big thing because it is a window where they can do as much damage as possible without their opponent having an option to get out of it, because while you're airborne, there is no way of getting out of set crowd control. So it's the best or strongest form of CC.
You get juggled, that's it. You know, it's all about punish damage and ensure that as much HP goes down as possible in that short amount of time.
And on the other hand, of course, the one big annoyance, not only the fact that the assassins have those two escape tools, the tab escape in particular on the assassin is quite strong, one might say.
It can be. If it's not predicted sufficiently, shall we say, and you do get flashed, it can be quite detrimental. But, you know, if you are going to push an assassin, you are going to push their tab escape. You kind of need to make sure that you've left yourself in a position where you're not going to get punished for it.
And, of course, with the second wind and most forms of escape, you also have the fact that you can add points to daze your target and such if they're in the small radius of it. So it seems like we should be ready this time around. Just double checking. We are ready to go. So we can have our first match. Once again, it will be between Tenna on that Warlock and Ryuki on Assassin.
Yep.
So once the players are ready, we'll be heading into our first round. And as said, because Tenna is such an aggressive player, I definitely expect him to try and land that leech from the get-go and just force as much damage the opener. But what are the big things here for Ryuki that you would say?
As I say, trying to go out of his way to ensure that Tenna doesn't catch him with that tether blade right off the bat. You know, if he can ensure Tenna doesn't get the opener, he gives himself some leeway, and he needs to kind of go with that at the end of the day.
All right, and
match.
We're trying, folks. Shouldn't be too long now. Thank you for waiting. In the meantime, of course, once again, want to give another shout out to Corsair for powering the tournament with their awesome prizes. Some awesome stuff on the line for the players, and it's great to see so many people being interested in the tourneys. As once again, last week for Legion, for EU, we had over 200 players, and on the North American side of things, there was some really exciting matches over there as well. Of course, there's a pretty spectacular GIF of the comeback from 1% HP over.
Yeah. They're unfortunately, you know, it's how the games come down sometimes. It can come down literally to a sliver of life. And it's rough, you know, but that's the aim of the game at the end of the day. And it comes down to that. So we need to kind of show that awareness and make sure that the guys are going into the matches and knowing you don't give up. You do go down to that last sliver of life, and you need to make sure that you just keep it going until the very end, really.
Because it's not over till it's over. That HP, of course, being also considered to in some cases, be used as a form of resource, because when you're sitting in a CC chain, a crowd control chain, you want to find the right timing window when you want to use that escape, because if you use it too early, you can get caught out of it again, and then you're done for, because good players are that great that they're going to just capitalize straight off of it. And you want to, in most cases, depending on your class, catch somebody in the radius of the escape where you land CC in return to do something off of that.
You know, if you can time a second wind appropriately, and you've sat in a CC chain combo, and you know they've burned X amount of cooldowns, and you tab, and you catch them, you know you can punish them freely. You know, if they get out, they literally have nothing. So it's a case of knowing when is best to do that at the end of the day.
Indeed, and I think players just had a warm-up match, and they should be good to go anytime now. Once again, we're just making sure they were ready, good to go, had their nice little warm-up, because there's a lot on the line here. So thank you for understanding. It was a short delay, but we should be good to go soon enough. And we are in. Awesome. Once again, we will have Tenna on that Warlock, Ryuki on that Assassin. First round is a go. And we'll see already Tetherblade forcing the tab escape out of Ryuki, but Ryuki will answer. He will not go down so easily. Will set up the web in the air, wants to delay, wants to make sure his flower is down. Tries to go in with the Shadow Slash, but Bastion timing will keep Tenna safe. Now Familiar is out. That Thrall summoned, and Tenna is trying to hunt Ryuki down. We'll see if he can get any catch onto him, but Ryuki gets the re-stealth. Tenna still waiting patiently. He tries to predict the initiation, but no. Ryuki still gets the dagger off. And the Thrall is already down to 50% time remaining. We'll see if he's gonna be able to land a leech, as he will go in, gets the stun into the air launch, but no follow-up as of yet. Still managing to do 25% of damage, and here comes Time Warp. Tenna will again just force the escape out of Ryuki, but can he do more? Gets another catch into the daze, into the stun, and now Ryuki will go down, and Tenna instant punish afterwards.
Yep, yeah. Exceptional punish there. Exceptional. You know, it's what we expect out of Tenna. Same opener, pure aggression. You know, let's see if Ryuki can turn it around.
We'll see indeed as the second round will start already. Ryuki getting bounced out of it. Tenna still not summoning that Familiar, but still keeping Ryuki on the back foot. Going in aggressively. That's the re-stealth at the very least. Sanctum is still down for Tenna. Will time out shortly. Thrall was just summoned, but now nice SS from Tenna. Still keeping Ryuki at bay. Using that Fallen and that Bastion to keep him safe. Gets the daze. Force the Reflex Soul and now launches him up into the air. Needs to get the pet stun, gets the Q stun, and now once again, Time Warp Ryuki who needs to run away. 26% HP left, and Tenna once again is gonna sit comfortably to get a win here. Oh no! Gets another catch, will force another escape, and Ryuki has a tough hill to climb. Now gonna be at 12%. We'll get the web down. Initial combo will be set up. Flower is still down. Ryuki try to keep the aggression, but Bastion is out by Tenna. We'll keep him safe. Ryuki forced to use that flower, and we'll just straight up go down. Unfortunately for him, Tenna just being relentless.
Tenna, that's the word. Relentless. We'll go with that. You know, it's exactly what he expected out of Tenna. It's unfortunate for Ryuki, but it works for Tenna. You know, there's plenty of Warlocks it doesn't work for, but just the pure aggression that he comes out with is, you know, it's hard to go up against. It really is.
And it's just unfortunate because in both times, in terms of the openers, Tenna just had it all going his way from the get-go. As he said, the Tetherblade was really important for Ryuki to mitigate or dodge.
Yeah,
and wasn't the
really, really important that he would have got that as well. So
wasn't the case. He did not land the Ice Mine either, which could have maybe bought him some extra time as well. And again, not hitting that either just means that Tenna will go ahead and win 2-0, advance through the brackets, and Ryuki will be kicked down to the loser side of things. So we will have Tenna versus the winner between Red Eyes and Sarpo up next. So what do you expect out of this one? Soul Fighter, Red Eyes, and Sarpo on that Assassin.
As we spoke about briefly at the start of the stream, understandably, Rad is going to go out of his way to ensure that Sarpo stays out of stealth as much as possible. You know, he has those quick follow-ups. If he can knock him out of stealth, he can chase him quickly and punish. You know, those ground ripples, you know, he can just dart around. He has like 6 strafes at his disposal as well to keep himself out of trouble and chase. You know, it really comes down to Sarpo and pushing Rad as much as possible safely, I might add, so that he can burn Rad's second wind and keep those punishes coming in, really.
It will be a tough one to do because Red Eyes has been really good in also spacing out his defensives. Yep. As you mentioned, having those strafes and even the self-defense chi. When it comes to watching Soul Fighters, especially when you watch Red Eyes compared to some of the other more novice Soul Fighters, if you will. Red Eyes is just so patient with his defensives and seems to just time them out and space them out accordingly every time or most of the times, which, of course, as seen, gets him a lot of victories on the board. So will be interesting to see what he can do this time around. Unfortunately, last week for him, he got knocked down into the losers bracket by Ryuki, an assassin, and lost again to Ryuki, I believe, 2-1, but still lost again the second time around, still in the losers bracket. So it's going to be a rough one, especially considering that Sarpo, if he can recreate the form he was in last week, it's really tough not only for Red Eyes to beat him, but anyone that's here tonight. Sarpo played so damn well last week that it's been so impressive to watch. I really don't know if anyone can beat him if he's going to be on the same form.
He was on exceptional form. You know, he didn't miss combos. The setups were amazing. You know, the mind game aspect of what he was playing was really, really well done. And like you say, he was playing out of his mind, to turn that phrase. You know, and it is going to be hard. But again, it's not an easy matchup for a Sid. It really isn't. So it's anyone's game at this point. I wouldn't really like to call it. They're both really good players.
Definitely. And I do believe players should be ready to go. And we can have our next match underway. Once again, it will be Red Eyes on that Soul Fighter, Sarpo on that Assassin. Once again, Sarpo did manage to get first seed out of last week's Legion tournament. Red Eyes only getting fourth. We'll see how he's going to fare versus Sarpo. The match. Okay, seems like, yeah, we are indeed good to go. And let us see who will take the initiative here. First round, Sarpo versus Red Eyes. Sarpo already popping the defensive flower down just to be sure. Gets the KD off, but Red Eyes actually using the self-defense. She going it aggressively onto Sarpo. Gets the Glacial Beam versus the use out of that flower. Tundra was down. We'll time out now. And Red Eyes sitting comfortably for now. Will continue to strafe. Sarpo will try and get back into stealth. Shadow Slash will get the KD. Position swap to follow suit. Gets the mine into the daze. And Tab Escape was used by Red Eyes. Followed up with the ground ripple. Let's see what he can do off of it, though. Nothing so far, as he will get stunned. This is not looking good for the Soul Fighter here. Sarpo will have the web set up. He needs to continue the CC chain. Needs to do as much damage as possible until Red Eyes' second wind comes back up. And Red Eyes will go down to 31% HP, getting lower and lower. Sarpo continuing the aggression. 90% is left. Position swap once again. Keeps his target stunned. And Red Eyes will not have that second wind available. And Sarpo not dropping the combo. Beautifully done.
Really, really well played. As we said, he's on form at the moment. So, really, really well played.
Out of Sarpo. And we'll see if Red Eyes can turn it around. Second round now, as it will start. Once again, continuing to strafe around. Shadow Slash will connect. And now, Lotus, with the iframes, gets the stun. Forces the second wind. Once again, self-defense G will keep Red Eyes safe for a while. Tapping that berry up, but we'll time out now. Gets a bit of healing back up. Ground Ripple will not connect. Gets the KV. Catches Sarpo out of stealth. And now this could be a good opportunity for Red Eyes. We'll get the first air launch. Gets the relaunch. And Sarpo now. Sudden. Not looking as great. But we'll get the counter initiation onto the Soul Fighter. Red Eyes will have that second wind come back soon. But Sarpo, how much damage can he deal now? We'll get the web down. Followed up with another stun. Red Eyes' health bar dropping lower and lower. Needs to use that second win, and there it is. Gets the daze off. Will he be able to capitalize off of it? Gets the air launch. And this is Red Eye's time to shine. He needs to win. Else is in big trouble. We'll get that kick fix. Sarpo drops down to 6%. We'll be able to heal back up just a bit, but self-defense Chi keeping Red Eye safe. This is really close. If Sarpo gets another initiation, this might just be it. Gets the air launch. If Sarpo doesn't drop the combo, he will have a victory here, but the slow get up is good. Red Eyes is still in it. So close, but Sarpo continuing the aggression. Lightning strikes back in and gets the win.
That was really unfortunate. That was really, really unfortunate. Rad played really, really well there. But Sarpo just had that edge, you know, that all-important edge, and he didn't drop a combo. You know, he kept the pressure on and baited things like Rad's ground ripple and so on, and he played really, really well. You know, he's on form at the minute. It's going to be interesting to see what else he can do. Can he take it, really?
Well, honestly, just by watching that match so far, I'd say he's looking pretty damn favorable to do so. But still, all things considered, Red Eyes came pretty close, especially in the second round. It could have gone either way towards the end there. But Sarpo, once again, as you mentioned, not willing to drop the combo, of course, capitalizing off of all of, not necessarily mistakes, but all of the openings, rather. And Red Eyes tried to catch him there towards the very end with the ground ripple, but Sarpo nice read on him, making sure he does not get caught by it.
It was a really, really nice read by Sarpo to miss that ground ripple. He literally was in and out just enough that Rad thought he could read it and catch him, and he left himself open at the end of the day. Like I say, really, really good read.
Excellent stuff. And I do believe, as a result, Tenna will be facing off versus Sarpo in the next round for our winners bracket. It is, once again, a double elimination style, so it's not the last we've seen of Red Eyes, of course.
No,
He
it's not.
can still make it back. So we will find out if the players are ready. Should be good to go on our end. So we can keep the action going. And it's been quite fast game so far, Fix. Just rapid fire, decisive
It
game.
has been really, really fast. You know, after the 200 that we had to go through the other day, you know, the slight delays that we had getting players in the right places, you know, now we're literally going bang, bang, bang into games, out of games. The action's there. You know, it's exactly what people want to see. It's high-level play. And, you know, everyone's playing really, really well, you know. And just because someone's lost doesn't mean they can't come back in through losers. So, you know, they can still...
Yes.
All those important prizes from our sponsors, Corsair and so on. So, you know, it's still there for them. It is still there.
And it's going to be interesting to see, considering the caliber of play here, what's going to happen, especially in the grand finals, because once again, that will be a different take where it's a best of 5 of the best of 3 spars. So in order to win the whole thing, they will need to win 3 spars.
Yep.
So it's going to be not only a test of actual player skill, but also of just being able to sustain through all of the matches, keeping the momentum going. And
Patience and stamina. That's what we need.
Exactly.
Patience and stamina.
So if we will have the players ready, we should be good to go. Once again, for our next round, it will be Tenna versus Sarpo. And we're just waiting on the players, making sure they're both ready. And we should be good to go from our end. And it's been awesome to see also all of the community support. Everyone from the people cheering in region chat to, of course, Twist chat, cheering all of your favorite players and just being here. It's really appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
It's amazing the response we've had from the community, the people that are supporting, the people that are watching, be it PvPers, PvEers, you know, everyone loves the game that's watching, and it's exceptional to see that.
And we are ready to go. It will be once again Tenna versus a different assassin this time around on Sarpo. We'll see what they can do as they're just waiting, making sure we are good to go. We're gonna expect Tenna probably go for the same opener here. Gets the Tenna Blade, and Sarpo is giving me a bit of deja vu from the previous series as he will be forced to use that flower. And Tenna gets the leech off. This is looking really bad for Sarpo. Already dropping down to 43% HP. Ooh, gets the Ice Mine, however. This will buy him some time, but Tenna, once again, the aggression just paying off. Time Warp, once again, was not used, so Tenna still has that on the board as an option. This is swap, however, will land. Tenna waiting patiently. Nice dodge coming out of Sarpo. Will keep him safe, and nice read for the Time Warp, but no. We'll keep Tenna in the air, buys enough time to make sure he doesn't get much out of Time Warp, and beautiful play coming out of the Assassin here. That's the stun. That's the restuff now, and forces Tenna to use his escape. We'll have the Bastion up, and what a beautiful read by Sarpo, making sure Tenna doesn't get much out of the time warp, and now Tenna in big trouble. If Sarpo doesn't drop the combo, he's looking poised to win it here. As he gets the stun, continues the CC chain, Tenna drops to 3%, and finally goes down. What a game.
What a game. Tenna got the opener, started with the aggression, and Sarpo just flipped it around on him. Some excellent reads out of Sarpo. Some excellent reads.
And we'll see if he can keep it up into the second round. Tenna will have that Sanctum, moves Sarpo away, will get that leech. Once again, forces the tab escape out of the assassin. Tenna chasing his opponent down, will catch him out of stealth. All is out, remember. Bastion will keep Tenna safe as well, but the decoy gets popped. Gets the re-stealth for the assassin. Gets the stun now, but the pet Q stun will land. Time warp will follow suit. Sarpo might be in big trouble here as he gets stunned. Tenna will dish out a lot of damage. Sarpo dropping to 20%. Air combo, and bye-bye, Sarpo. Tenna.
Tenna being Tenna. What can you say, really? Tenna being Tenna there. You know, it's what we expect out of him.
As we will have already our third round, final round between these two players. Who takes it? Sarpo already on the back for Tenna once again, keeping up the aggression. We'll get the first air launch, but Sarpo will try and dodge around. Still being on the back foot. Tenna will pop that Sanctum, keep him safe for now. Sarpo will have that flower. Get him out of dazes or stuns, but will land the stun. Position swap to follow suit. Bastion will be popped by Tenna. Keeps him safe. Gets Sarpo out of stealth. Sarpo actually lining striding away, trying to build some space. We'll get that X stealth. And Tenna using time warp a bit too early. We'll see if he can still win here as he gets the daze. Will it be enough? 38% left on Descend. So it's still looking really bad for Sarpo. 5% actually. Tenna just dropping so much damage still. We'll have that pet resummon, fall back up. Ice Mine will connect, but Sarpo, such an uphill battle left for him. And Tenna poised to win this one, gets the stun, but Tenna's still in it. Still looking good. Shadow Slash will get him KD'd, and Sarpo is looking to disengage, but no, will get stunned up by the pet. Uses the flower to get out of it. Now Tenna just looking to close it out. Just needs one more catch. Sarpo was so close to dying here. Bastion will keep the Warlock safe. Lighting strides away on the Sin side of things. And no! Nice catch by Tenna. Gets Sarpo and gets the win. GG.
That was a nice catch at the end by Tenna, I have to say. That was a nice catch, you know. As we've seen previously, Tenna, if you give him an opening, he will make the most of it. Same goes for Sarpo. They're both playing exceptional this evening, you know. It's going to be interesting to see what Sarpo can do now, to be fair.
It is rough, but you got to keep in mind when assassins have to face off against those warlocks, it is really annoying in some cases.
It's a hard matchup. It is.
Since they have tools like Wingstorm available to make sure the warlock tries and gets the assassin out of stealth. It is really rough, and I gotta give it to Sarpo. At least that second round was absolutely beautiful. Getting the timing down and making sure, just getting the read onto his opponent, reading him like a book, knowing, okay, he's probably gonna time warp off of it. I'm gonna just launch him up into the air, web him there, and just make sure he gets nothing out of it. So
buy himself some time. And, you know, the reads coming out of Sarpo are really, really good, like we've said. But again, it's kind of hard, especially for a Sin going up against the Warlock, to put out that damage. They've got so many answers for what Sins can do, you know, and it's about keeping that pressure on for Sarpo at the end of the day.
And it's really rough, especially versus a player like Tenna. And the weird thing is, Fix, riddle me this. Tenna, it's not really a secret that he's probably going to use Tether Blade most of the time in the opener. How does
9 times out of 10, that's pretty much what he will do. And most players do know that, but he's just so sneaky at times. You know, I've played him. I'm sure a lot of other people have played him as well. And he's he's sneaky at times. He can be sneaky, even though you know it's coming. You don't know exactly when it's coming is the issue.
And of course, as a result, we will have Tenna be our first grand finalist. And as a result, we'll be moving down the bracket, as you will see on your screen in a bit of time. We will move down to the losers bracket side of things, and it will be Red Eyes versus Ryuki for our first match on that end. And yeah, judging by how Red Eyes fought against Sarpo and just by the fact that he lost twice in 2 series last week to Ryuki, it's a really tough one to call, just because even though normally I'll give Red Eyes the edge because of the class matchup and because of his veteran status, Ryuki is also a veteran, also an insane player, and again, because of the recent results, it's really hard to give the edge here for Red Eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Ryuki's playing really, really well of late as well. You know, he had a little bit of a break. He kind of played a little bit more casually, but he's came back. He's put in the hours. He's been practicing. You know, we see him I'm in the same clan. I see him in F9, sparring, ladder, and so on. You know, just making sure that he does get the matchup practice that he needs.
And we'll see what he can do here. I'm really curious who's going to take it, just because if Ryuki will take that win, he will have to face off versus Sarpo once again. So we'll see another Sin v Sin matchup and a rematch of the grand finals from last week. So it's still going to be an interesting one. And if Red Eyes takes it, it's going to be another cool story, because Red Eyes will have his chance at a win or a revenge match facing off versus Sarpo. So we'll find out soon enough. Once the players are ready, we are good to go. And as we mentioned previously, if you just tuned in, when it comes to this matchup, one of the big things is going to be on Red Eyes to predict and to catch his opponent out of stealth, make sure the assassin doesn't get to sit in that stealth.
Exactly. It's about Rad keeping the pressure on that Sin, making sure Ryuki stays out of stealth, and making the most of it when he does, making the most of the punishes. If he catches him with a ground ripple, making sure he gets that damage in as soon as he can, really.
And we should be good to go. Both players are in and ready. Once again, it will be the losers bracket. The one to lose here will be out of the tournament. So a lot on the line for these players here. Red Eyes versus Ryuki. And here we go. See what openers they go for here. And Ryuki getting the first draw, actually forcing the tab escape out of Red Eyes. Well, this is looking dire for the Soul Fighter. Actually using that self-defense sheet as well already. And Ryuki is buying time here, trying to get another initiation, but no! Nice catch from Red Eyes. Gets the stun follow-up. Opponent is in the air. Red Eyes still in it. Tries to do a lot here. Waits out the counter. Positive with a KD. Actually forcing the tab escape, and then counters the initiation out of Ryuki. Beautiful read coming out of Red Eyes. Gets the stun. Launches his opponent up into the air. And Red Eyes looking really strong here. Gets another good damage in with the kick. Follow suit now. Now, Ryuki is gonna have to try and do as much damage as possible until Red Eyes gets that tab escape back up. Pushes him up into the air. Gets the web down. Do not drop that combo, but Red Eyes who gets the self-defense sheet. High frames will keep Ryuki safe though. Strafes. Follow suit. Slow get up is good for Red Eyes, but doesn't get the follow-up. Tries to catch Ryuki. Didn't manage to do so, but will have that second win as an option. Position swap is there. Ryuki launches Red Eyes up into the air. Once again. Gets the combo down. Stun. Second win actually being used, but Red Eyes didn't get to catch his opponent. Gets the slow get up. We'll use that ground ripple. Ryuki though. Should be still safe. Oh, position swap is in. And now Red Eyes is surely gonna go down unless Ryuki drops his combo, gets the web, gets the stun, gets the final tap, and the finish. Ryuki.
Even with the star points at the end there, Ryuki, really well played. Really well played.
Was a nice turnaround after that tragic start from Red Eyes, but not good enough. He can pull it back here in the second round. As the match will start, Ryuki will get a Shadow Slash, but no, doesn't get the web. Will be launched up into the air instead. Get the Red Eyes, see what he can do here. Will heal back up just a bit. Will get stunned, however. Launched up into the air by the assassin. He will actually be dazed up by the second win. Self-defense, she will keep Red Eyes safe. See what he can do here. Strafes around, tries to just make sure Ryuki doesn't engage on him, but gets the counter at least. Shadow Slash will not land, and Ryuki might be in trouble, but no. Position swap is good, but the Tabscape was used by the assassin. Launches his target up into the air. Once again, another combo. Red Eyes gonna have to sit in it. We'll have his escape come back up soon. We'll have that second wind available, but will it be up in time? Ryuki still applying a lot of pressure here. Shadow Slash follows suit, but no! Red Eyes gets the counter. Doesn't get the grab ripple though. And now, procs stealth for Ryuki. Looking good for the Soul Fighter here. Tries to catch his opponent off of stealth. Glacial Beam will not hit. Fortunately for him, and self-defense, she will time out. Red Eyes is looking in a really tough position here. Will be launched up into the air. Web down on the ground. Tab Escape was used, however. And, ooh, Red Eyes, if he gets crowd control one more time, this could be the end, but Red Eyes is trying desperately to keep the pressure up. Make sure Ryuki does not get that option. Look it up will be good for Descent, however. Ryuki will lining straight away. Try to get under the opening. Doesn't get it with the mine, however. Red Eyes, can he do it? Still has an uphill battle. Will force that Tab Escape. Nice read from Red Eyes to make sure he doesn't get dazed off by it or stunned. And now the dagger will connect. Position swap to follow suit. And will this be enough? Ryuki using that high wire into the mine, but no, self-defense. She will keep Red Eyes safe. Still looking really rough here. Red Eyes will have that second one come back up as an option. Shadow Slash will not connect. Scrapes the Soul Fighter state for now, and Red Eyes gets the air launcher. Can he turn it around? 49% left for Ryuki. Tundra is out. Mine will force the Tabscape out of Red Eyes. So if Ryuki gets one more catch, this is going to be it. Just needs one more CC on his opponent. Gets the dagger. And now goes back in. This should be enough. Launches him up into the air, and he needs to close it. Just needs to not drop the combo. 20 seconds left on the match as well. Gets this final tap. Dazes and stuns galore, and yes, manages to close it out in the end. GG.
GG indeed. Well played, Ryuki. Well played, Rad as well. You know, Ryuki literally towards the tail end of that had an answer for everything Rad did. Every time Rad went to ground ripple, Ryuki immune through it and carried on. You know, it was a case of he knew what Rad was going to do, and he got outplayed at the end of the day. Really, really, really well played by Ryuki.
Indeed, and honestly, it's just was a really closer
intense
round.
It was intense. That was an intense round there. You know, I actually at one point thought Rad was going to take that round and we'd be into a third, but Ryuki played amazingly.
And he also played really safe. And to be fair, both players didn't take too many risks. They wanted to make sure that they dodge any potential crowd control that could come out of the Tab Escape or the second wind, of course, there. And just making sure that if they're going to close it out, they close it in a safe manner. So that's why we've seen even Ryuki there play it so safe in the end, towards the end. But as said, manages to get the win, and as a result, we will have him advance into the next round once again. Still really well played by Red Eyes. He will take that 4th place, so not gonna go home just empty-handed in the sense, but definitely congratulations to him as well.
Yeah, really, really well played, honestly. You know, as we've seen, these same guys are always placing well in tournaments in the EU, and I expect to see more from them all at the end of the day.
And now, as a result, Ryuki will advance to face off versus Sarpo next. And once we have
Sin
our
versus
players
Sin.
ready, we will be good to go. It is, as you mentioned, a Sin versus Sin matchup. What do you take of this one, Fix?
Well, if we go off last weekend's results, Sarpo played really, really well. Maybe Ryuki's looking for some revenge. That's what I want to see. You know, they're both playing really, really, really well. So It's again hard to call, but I think Ryuki's out for revenge. He's out for blood after last weekend, so it'll be good to see.
And you know what I would really love seeing here, Fix? I know there's a lot on the line. I know you
Blue
would
buff.
want to play really safe, but I want to see.
We want to see some blue buff action. We want to see lots of damage really fast, but they're probably both going to play Flower and play it really, really safe.
When there's so much on the line, you really want to play it as safe as possible. Go for this.
Yeah, of course, but
logic strategy, but
you know,
maybe.
are we going to see Iceman blue buff?
Ooh, I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past Ryuki to try and come up with a truce with his opponent. We've seen him do this before, where he faced off versus, I believe, Mr. B, and made sure Mr. B ran Fury and he ran Fighting Spree just to make things exciting.
Yeah, well,
probably not gonna see that, but still would be awesome.
we may.
Who knows?
I'll be surprised. It'll be good to watch.
Definitely, but we should see that safe Flower coming out from the opener. It's a given.
It'll
It's
be a
something
given,
that,
yeah.
It's pretty standard when it comes to the opener, but we will find out soon enough. As once again, the first round will start between Sarpo and Ryuki, our two assassins here. Over on the U side of things, see who gets the first initiation here. As it seems like Ryuki gets to launch his opponent up into the air. Webs into the ground, and Sarpo now might be already in a bit of a trouble. Gets down to 63% HP, but answers with his position swap of his own. Ryuki will be able to use that Flower though. Will get stunned off from the counter. Nice play by Sarpo. Webs his opponent down into the ground in return. Pulls it up with more aggression. Actually, playing it safe there. Thought that maybe Ryuki's gonna use that Tap Escape, but no. Both players now letting it stealth. MIA, but no, Ryuki gets that stun, launches his opponent up into the air, and now Sarpo could be forced to use his escape soon. We'll use that Flower, followed up with the position swap, and now Sarpo's really low, sitting at 90% HP. Ryuki is looking really strong, but still, Sarpo won't go down easily. Tries to still get a catch onto Ryuki, and he gets the stun. See what he can do off of it. Forces that escape, actually, and the escape used in return by Sarpo. But Ryuki will have that Flower down. Sarpo doesn't have his for a few while, and now Ryuki gets the catch.
Really nice catch. Really, really nice catch. The one thing to remember about Singe, you can't Flower when you're down.
He definitely can't. And Ryuki having the better grip of the matchup from the get-go, better time during the start of it. See if he can recreate that success. Sarpo will use that slow get-up. Actually lands the Shadow Slash. Ooh, and gets the mine. Forces the use out of the Flower. Re-stealth is up for both players. Ooh. No catches will happen. One missing for now. But Ryuki will get that re-stealth. Lands the dagger. Tries to go in. Sarpo will have his Flower up. Ooh, gets the Mind Crowd Control into the Shadow Slash. Nicely done. See what he can do off of it. Ryuki now dazed. Combo continued by Sarpo, but no. He tries to answer. Still gets the Shadow Slash and actually forces the Tap Escape there, I believe. We'll see if he can do anything off of it. Sarpo now, continuing on with the aggression, gets the daze, launches his opponent up into the air. Ryuki, down to 40% HP, will use his Tap Escape, Lightning Strike to catch Ryuki out of stealth. Nicely done. Shadow Slash will not land. Mine lands, however. Ryuki tries to go back in. Doesn't get to do so, and now Sarpo looking very favored here. Gets the daze, but can he finish it? Gets the mine set up. He just needs a one more connect, but no, Ryuki still answering. Buys time, tries to buy time, webbing his opponent up into the air. Will have 10% HP left, and Tap Escape will be good. Actually, Ryuki down to 2% HP, still alive, but for how long? Sarpo just needs one more catch. What any damage will do. Ryuki so close to dying out, but finally do so. GG.
Baited.
Preparing match.
Was a potential comeback there, but for Ryuki, but not going to happen. Sarpo takes it. And now the final round will start. A lot on the line here. Once again, Ryuki will use that slow get up. Shadow Slash to fall soon into the position swap. It's the Mind Fall up, another KD. Beautiful stuff coming out of Ryuki. We'll have the restuff, but no. Lightning Stride will get him out of it. Now Sarpo looking for another good catch. Gets the stun. Forces the flower use out of his opponent, and both have their flower down. A nice stun from Ryuki. Gets him in the counter. Now, weapon to the ground. Tab escape will be used by Sarpo. Ryuki still has his up. And now Ryuki looking pretty good here, but no, will be forced to use his, and another beautiful catch by Sarpo, getting that Shadow Slash, but now Ryuki answers. That's the stun. His opponent up into the air, follows it with a web, continues the combo, and now Sarpo could be in big trouble. Can Ryuki finish, however? Sarpo to 7%, 3%, and Ryuki gets the win. GG.
GG Ryuki, and well played Sarpo. You know, that last round, I was thinking Sarpo had just stepped his game up enough that he was going to take it, but Ryuki came in fresh, not phased, and just kept the pressure on from the get-go, really. Really, really, really well played from Ryuki.
And honestly, it's just both players are so damn good that it seems as if they get that small advantage and at the start, that's enough to snowball it to a win there. It's just been pretty much the story of all of the 3 matches. First one, Ryuki got the better hand and then just got the win. Second one, Sarpo answered, and then third one again will be Ryuki. So congratulations to Sarpo still. He will get that third prize. So
yeah. And I did say Ryuki was out for blood. He wanted revenge after last weekend. And you know what? He stepped it up, put it on the line, and he did really, really well.
And honestly, just as you mentioned before, because Sarpo played so well and seemed to be again on top of his game, just like last week for the qualifiers in the Legion tournament, I would have been definitely more inclined to say that he would take it again. But no, Ryuki still playing really solid and getting that win. And as a result, we will have a rematch for the grand finals, Ryuki versus Tenna.
Ryuki versus Tenna indeed. Let's see what Ryuki can do to come back from what Tenna is capable of, really. We all know that Tenna's likely to open with a Tether Blade, and we all know that Ryuki's going to try and get out of it. So it's going to really be an intense set of games, and it's going to be exciting to watch. You know, I'm going to be sat on the edge of my seat, as I'm sure a lot of people are, waiting to see what they're going to do.
And once again, I do want to mention, because it is the grand finals, this will be a longer series, meaning that it's a best of 5 of spars. So the one to win it all will have to win 3 spars out of 5, a total of potentially 5 spars to get that first prize win. Once again, thank you so much to all the sponsors, powered especially to Corsair. Awesome prizes coming in. First place, second place, third place. Of course, first place getting not only quite a lot of money with $500, but also getting that awesome Corsair MMO mouse, as well as the gaming headset and a mouse mat, I believe. So just pretty jealous of who gets that first prize win, of course. Still really well deserved. Was no easy task. As said, there were over 200 participants in the qualifiers last week. So a tough road for sure, but definitely well deserved.
So many players. It's overwhelming how much interest we did have to get us to this point now. If the community carries on that way, you know, we can expect more tournaments like this and so on, you know. And again, just to say thank you very much to NCSoft and Corsair for supporting this and making it what it is this evening, really.
Definitely. And as mentioned, because Sarpo won that third place prize, he's going home with $100, that awesome scimitar MMO mouse, and a mouse mat from Corsair. So still, even for third place, Sarpo did manage to get a lot out of it.
Not too shabby, is it, really? You get cash and you get a brand new mouse as well. So, and, you know, he's got something to go away with, and he'll step up his game. Sarpo always is one to polish it up, and he'll come back stronger. So it'll be interesting to see.
And that's one of the big things that I always love in the Western scene is these stories of players coming in, especially new ones, and just improving on a week-by-week basis, since we do have multiple community tournaments as well. And it's awesome to see them because, again, Sarpo, until last week, he didn't ever really play up to this level. Players like Ryuki, Tenna, Red Eyes, they're veterans. They've won a lot of previous tournaments as well, so it wasn't too surprising. But Sarpo, on the other hand, did an excellent job, and I'm sure he's going to be coming back, of course, into the next potential tournament with that first prize in his mind. So, all right, seems like we are ready to go for the grand finals.
We are.
Once again, it will be between Tenna Undead Warlock and Ryuki Undead Assassin.
Exactly.
The players are ready. It will be a best of 5 series of spars. So we have quite a few matches to go, but should be exciting. A lot of room as well to potentially even swap around some strategies. Do you think this could come into play at all?
Yeah. I want to really see what Ryuki can do. He's a capable enough player that he can flip it around. I am not in.
Same here. Okay. Seems like we will try to
we knew after last weekend that this was going to happen, that we could Tenna disconnected. That would be why. And Ryuki sitting there, bit of hammer cancelling practice, you know.
Gotta make sure they got their he got his BM game at the ready, get that hammer in just when he gets the air combo maybe.
As I was touching on, it is interesting watching these two guys fight. You know, they are friends. We're all in the same clan as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. That friendly rivalry is there. Also, you know, neither one of them really wants to lose. They don't want to come away empty-handed, which obviously they won't. But getting that all-important first, it's a lot on the line. And the pressure is what it is, and it's going to be interesting to see what Ryuki can do to come back from the last game as well.
And I wouldn't expect, as we touched upon briefly previously, I wouldn't expect Ryuki to necessarily maybe go something crazy in terms of his build, trying to catch 10 off guard. But it is still something to consider because, once again, being a best of 5 series, he has a bit more space to work with. Even if he loses the first spar, he's still in it. He can still get the comeback rolling. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It really comes down to what Ryuki can do. Like we saw when Sarpo was playing the other day, and he was ice mining the time warps and so on. It can be done. It can be done, and PvE and down the thrall and so on, keeping that spacing there. There's a lot of versatility that Ryuki can go for it against the Warlock at the end of the day. It's just very, very tense.
Definitely, and we've seen, actually, the one thing that I want to touch upon real quick is you mentioned that Ryuki was actually one of the Sins that tried to get the kill off on the Thrall. He, last week that is, he did try to kill the Thrall once he got his opponent into the Ice Mine. So he didn't get to do so, unfortunately, but he came pretty close, and it's something to consider at the very least. But I do think that trying to go for something like a great read for a time warp opening, just like Sarpo did tonight versus Tenna, is going to be a big thing for Ryuki here. Because
he could try for, say, a body swap, or he could ice mine. You know, there's a few things he can do, or, as we saw in previous games, literally run for the hills. You know, so the options are there for him, but as we both know, Tenna is extremely aggressive as well, and he's going to look for that opening as quickly as possible.
And I'm definitely excited to see what both players will bring to the table. And I like the fact that Ryuki was just keep it on, showing off his outfits, especially now, I guess, it's Halloween soon. So
we need some Halloween outfits, boys. We need some Halloween outfits.
I got to say, that monkey business mask is
interesting.
Probably the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Just saying, it's appropriate. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, it is.
But we'll see. Just waiting on Tenna now to go back in. He did disconnect. So once he's back in, we can get our finals ready to go. Apologies. Just once again, it seems like Tenna had a disconnect problem here. So once we are ready to go, we should be in as soon as possible. And again, there's so much on the line here. Both of them definitely want to get that first prize win, but it's such a such a hard one to call because both of them are in the same guild. Both of them have played each other a lot. If you watched their streams yesterday, Yuki had a great time versus Warlocks, of course, Tenna. So
well, as we have seen as well, Tenna does have a really good win rate against Ryuki as well. Understandably, it's a very, very hard match. It is a really, really hard match for a Sin to play. And one mistake and it's over, really. But Ryuki is the type of player that can do it. He can do it when it's on the line. So, be interesting to see.
And we've also seen Ryuki be quite confident overall. And I like the fact that since they're both, of course, also really good friends, he had some interesting things to say about Tenna last week, where he was saying that, oh, Tenna, didn't you mean to press the dungeon lobby instead, not the PvP one?
Oh, what you mean? When he goes to go in PvP, he presses F8 because it's the same thing.
Exactly. So there's some nice there's some nice friendly banter going on between them, of course.
Yeah, there is always banter. PvEing in F9 is something that everybody has a joke about, but at the end of the day, damage is damage, and if you can get away with it, winning is what it comes down to at the end of the day. Sometimes, jokes aside, if you can get the opportunity to put in some damage, you can.
And, especially considering, once again, there's so much on the line, you would definitely want to go with the safe option, with the highest chance of win here, because while it might be super exciting to see stuff like Obliterate come out, it's not going to happen tonight.
He won't. He wouldn't do that build. Yeah, he wouldn't do that build. I've played against it, and it's funny. It's funny, but it's not something I'd put on the line for a match like this. Getting blown up by a Thrall as you literally think, oh, I've got an opening. You go to hit him, and the next thing, the Thrall just blows you up and you've lost the round. And it's like, right then, okay, let's go to the next one.
Especially because when it happens, it's so explosive, figuratively, and literally, Thrall just blows up as well as the HP bar. You just see pop.
Pretty much. But
So
as we have seen as well in kind of going over old KR footage and so on, and the Sin can do it. It can do it. It just needs to get that spacing in. It needs to make the most of its openings and trying to avoid those time distortion setups and making sure that Tenna can't get the advantage from that, really.
And again, I wonder, what will Tenna go for in the opening?
Tetherblade.
Bing, bing, bing. That will, not to speak early, but I'm pretty sure you're correct on that one. And because we've talked about it so much, maybe, just maybe, we might
he'll change it.
Or maybe it is totally doable.
Well, sometimes if it's not broke, don't fix it,
And that's also a big thing in terms of just mind games, because if your opponent knows that you're going for something 90%
it's a
of the
willy,
time,
won't he? At the end of the day, it's a willy or won't he?
and that could come into play big time here, definitely. So something to keep in mind. But now Tenna should be finally in.
Okay, excellent.
All right. So both players should be good to go finally. And we can have our grand finals underway. Again, this will be a best of 5 series, meaning that the winner needs to win a total of 3 spars to get that exciting first prize win. So we'll find out soon enough once we manage to actually get in. So Hopefully, no disconnects or anything this time around for Tenna. No problems there, but we should be good to go. Once again, Grand Finals. Tenna on that Warlock, Ryuki on that Assassin. We're just going to wait both players to be ready, and we will have our EU Grand Finalists going at it. First round is a go. Yes, both players making sure we are ready. So, Ryuki going in with the standard opener, and already, once again, Tenna does it again. That's that stun off, and Ryuki already down to 67%, and nicely done by Tenna. Blocks the Shadow Slash there. Ice Mine will not connect. Bastion will keep it safe, and Ryuki will be launched up into the air. Time Warp comes out. Ryuki might just disappear here, but no, Tenna doesn't get to finish it just yet. Put that escape hover out of Ryuki, and now Ryuki in big trouble. Tenna still looking really strong here. Tries to catch him and gets him out of stealth, but what can he do? It's launched up into the air. Web down, position swap. Will get him out of the crowd control, but the brawl will time out. Yuki, lightning strides away, tries to buy himself some time, but no, nice read from Tenna. Gets that stun off, forces that flower usage, and now gets the leech. This is it. Bye, Ryuki. You're done. Tenna will take that first round.
First round's Tenna indeed.
And we'll see if Tenna can keep up the pressure, or Ryuki will swing the matchup in his advantage. Should be ready to start once again.
Match.
And oh man, it's gonna be an exciting one as the round will start. Ryuki will have a better time this time around. And oh, what is this? Actually, swapping his bills, bombs away, but so far not being able to do much. Gets that stun. Nicely done, and poison damage. Not good too much now, but Time Warp will be used. Ryuki running for his life. Interesting build coming out of the Assassin here. And now we'll get that re-stealth. Tries to get another opening. Brawl will time out in 10 seconds, but Ryuki still losing a lot of HP. Gets stunned up, and now launched up into the air. Down to 44% HP. Ryuki at least gets a re-stealth and needs to find an opening. Ooh, actually decoy popped by Brawl. Fortunate for Warlock here. Ryuki gonna try and find some damage, gets the web down, and bombs away, but not too much damage coming in. Never mind. Tenna gonna be going lower and lower, but it's looking rough for Ryuki as Tenna gets the catch, forces the tab escape, but no, return from Ryuki is good. Launches the put up into the air. Need to try and disengage for now. Gets safe by the Lotus. And now Tenna tries to get another catch. We'll get the daze into the stun, and Ryuki might go down here. 6%, and no, not down for it just yet. Ryuki might turn this around. Tenna 70% gets webbed down, and this might be it. Ryuki needs to do a bit more damage, but no, follow-up is not quite good yet. And Tenna will be saved by the Bastion, and no, Ryuki goes down.
Was really unfortunate. Ryuki being extremely brave in his build choice. Really unfortunate. Like, he literally threw caution to the wind then, and it nearly paid off. You know, going with that Bombard blue buff really took a lot of, guts. At the end of the day, it nearly paid off as well. It did nearly pay off.
Almost doing it. So close. But once again, because it is the grand finals, this is just the first point going to Tenna. He needs to win 2 more best of 3 spars to actually win the grand finals. So now he will be up 1-0 over his opponent. And as a result, Ryuki is not out of it just yet. Still, going to see if they can keep it up. We should have our next round already started unless the Spectre is not in. And I believe we are not in. No. Okay, so they're going to have to restart. So never mind. My bad on my end. as I did try and go in. So we will have, once again,
Pairing match.
the match restart, I believe, because the first round didn't go live. So just going to have to wait on confirmation for that. I do believe that is indeed the case. Yes, that will be the case. So we'll have both of them restart. I do believe they knew of it. So we're going to be making sure everyone gets in next time. Apologies for the short delay. Should be good to go soon enough, however. And honestly, just judging by the fact that it almost paid off in the end, I wouldn't be too surprised if Yuki would have kept that build choice once again.
Yep.
What do you think, Fix?
I think he's going to try it again. It's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to it at the end of the day. I want to see what Ryuki can do.
And we see this time, can he do it? Can he get that win on the board? We'll find out soon, as Tenna will pop that Sanctum, keep him safe for now. And Ryuki will have that flower down. So no fighting spirit for sure, at the very least. This time around. Gets the sun off into the air launch. This is a good opener for Ryuki at the very least. Will be dazed up, however, and now Tenna looking to turn it around. Will force that tab escape. And now Ryuki looking in a tough spot here. But Ice Mine will connect, and Ryuki will go for the Brawl. Time Warp will be popped. Tenna making sure he can get out of the Ice Mine and then get the cooldowns back up. But Ryuki, if he can capitalize, not get caught here, he might be able to turn this into his favor. So Ryuki still sitting in stealth. We'll have that dagger down. Brawl will finally time out. Dashin will keep the Warlock safe, but the Daze will connect. What he can do as he gets stunned up. Nicely done by Ryuki, and this could be his chance. How much damage will he be able to do? Tenna will use that escape. Brawl should be back up soon enough. There it is, and the Ice Mine will connect. Will Ryuki go for the Brawl? Can't go for it, so he's gonna just disengage. Make sure to buy some extra time for now. And what an interesting match so far. Tenna, see if he gets anything off for now. Brawl, 10 seconds left. Ryuki might look to play around it. Bastion is up actually for Tenna, so if Ryuki can wait it out, he has a big advantage here. He'll get Daze, however. Ooh, air launch does not connect, and this is looking really bad for Tenna. Ryuki needs to capitalize off of this. We'll get that stun going, and if he does not drop the combo, this could be it. Gets the second stun, and now Tenna looking in a tough spot. Position swap is there, and this is Ryuki chance to shine as he gets the Ice Mine. This should be an easy follow, but if Tenna gets the Bastion back up or something, maybe he can turn it around. But no, nice timing by Ryuki, gets the stun, and this should be it. First win on the board for Ryuki.
Really, really well played, Ryuki. Ice Mine like a boss.
What a beautiful round. Just such extreme high level play. And we will see. Then Ryuki can keep it up. Second round will start. Tenna will have that Bastion, keeping him safe. For now, Ryuki gets the Ice Mine, however. Tenna actually using his escape to get out of it. Pops the Brawl, and now might use that Time Warp aggressively once again. Ryuki gets stunned up, launched into the air, and this is it. Tenna will look to do as much damage as possible. Time Warp is out. Ryuki says nope. Gets out of it for now. Still has 63% HP left. And we'll see if he can do enough. But no, gets launched up into the air. This is not looking good for the Assassin. Tenna just doing so much damage, and by Ryuki. Absolutely obliterated there towards the end.
Preparing match.
Really unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed, but once again, another Tenna Blade opener from Tenna will force that tab escape out of Ryuki. And Ryuki now lining strides away. Tenna gets a fall down. Might be looking to use that time warp aggressively once again. Ice Mine not going to connect. Ryuki now gonna look to disengage. Tenna popping that time warp. This could be Ryuki's chance. If he can play around it, extends that stealth duration, plays patiently, and gets a good catch onto his opponent, this could be it. Could be his opportunity here, but for now, play defensively. But good damage coming out of Tenna, whittling his opponent down. Just a bit, gets the stun, forces the tab escape already, but the stun in return coming out of Ryuki. Gets the web down, and this is his chance to force a lot of out of Tenna. Goes in for the high wire, pulls him in into the position swap. Beautiful combo coming out of Ryuki. Now Tenna will have that fall, summoned back up. Ice Mine will connect. We'll see what he can do. They'll needs to get a good opener out off of it. Gets the re-stealth by the Brawl. Says, take you, Brawl. Easy decoy stealth, but Tenna tries to hunt him down. Make sure he does not sit in that stealth. And now, Bastion will keep the Warlock safe, but no! Gets the stun, forces the tab escape. Ryuki will just wait the fall. Make sure it times out, but no! Tetherblade will connect. Flower will be up, however. Position swap is good. And if Ryuki can capitalize off of it, he could get some good damage in, but no! Tenna gets the leech, and this could be it. Ryuki dropping to 14% HP. Escape used by Tenna to get out of the Ice Mine instantly, and time warp, second time warp comes out and instantly pulls Ryuki up. GG. Oh man.
GG indeed. GG indeed.
Insane matchup here, and so close, but no cigar. Ryuki losing it in the end, and now Tenna just needs to win one more spar to win it all.
He does indeed.
Unfortunate for Ryuki, but looking really, really well for Tenna right now, and it's honestly just so rough for Ryuki.
Bang, 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 bang.
Exactly. Best way to actually describe it. Yeah, for Tenna here. Just consistent aggression, just being so relentless, even getting a second time warp this time around, that actually coming into play here. And oh man, just out of breath here at this point, honestly. And what's Ryuki's chance here, Fix? What does he need to do now?
Really needs to pull something out of the hat. He really needs to pull something out of the hat to make this count at the end of the day.
We'll have what could very well be the final series of the night start up as Tenna already catching his opponent out of stealth. Flower will be down, however, Ice Mine connecting. Tenna will not use his escape aggressively this time around. And Ryuki will lightning stride away. Make sure to stay safe. Sanctum will keep Tenna safe in return. We'll have that fall summoned. Stealth is good for Ryuki. Ryuki just trying to get a win here. Once again on the board, gets the stun. Tenna just SS's for now. Plays patiently, gets that Bastion up. Actually, catches Ryuki, gets to throw him into the air, but time warp will follow suit. This could be a lot of damage come to Ryuki. Ryuki needs to run away. Managed to do so, and again, looking tired for the assassin here. Bastion still up. Ryuki actually waiting on that Ice Mine timing. Gets the stun. Launches Tenna up into the air. Webs him down on the ground. And now, Tenna, bit of damage coming onto him. Down to 73% HP. Brawl will be summoned once again, however. Gets stunned up once again. Ryuki actually doing pretty good damage here. Keep up the pressure, or try to at the very least. Lightning strides away. Nice disengage coming out of Ryuki. Ooh, but the pet Brawl going down, trying to get the catch onto Ryuki. Ryuki though not being caught for now, but never mind. Gets stunned up by the Turtle Blade, and now forced to use that tab escape. Tenna being so aggressive, gets thrown up into the air. Brawl times out, and this could be it. Ryuki might turn this around. Tenna will have that Bastion to keep him safe once that time's out. However, Ryuki, if he gets another catch, that's gonna be it. Gets Gets the Shadow Slash. Position swap. Will this be it? Gets the stun. Follows it up with a KD. And it will really be it. Ryuki takes the first round.
GG.
Pairing match.
Oh, baby. What a series. What
What a series indeed.
Antenna, surprise, surprise, opens up for the second one with another Tether Blade, and Ryuki already down to 63%. Where did your health bar go, Ryuki? Tenna already using that Time Warp and just so aggressive here from Tenna. Wants to take that win. Doesn't want to play around at all. Ryuki already down to 59% HP. Looking in trouble here. Bastion will keep the Warlock safe. For now, Brawl will time out shortly. Stunned up, launched up into the air. Ryuki might be able to do plenty of return damage here as the Brawl will time out. Tenna should have his escape available, however, but he drops down to 28%. Never mind. Shadow Slash to follow suit into the position swap. Beautiful combo out of Ryuki. And Ryuki
Well played.
actually
Really, really, really well played. Ryuki.
awesome stuff coming out of Ryuki, and we might see the return sweep come out of
Like I
Ryuki.
said,
This could be the
He's
start.
a capable enough player that he can get that in really, really quick.
But now the comeback potential is on the board, and I wouldn't say that.
Quick,
Now Ryuki gonna definitely snowball it to his advantage, because even that last round was pretty close, all things considered. If a few things would have gone differently, it could have been enough for Tenna to take it. But we'll see if Ryuki can keep the momentum going and keep the win here, as the round should be go. We should have the start. Tenna gets that Bastion up. Thanks him to follow suit. Ryuki, however, will get the Ice Mine down. Tenna waits patiently this time around. Doesn't want to use that escape just yet. And Ryuki, beautiful timing coming out of him. Gets the web. Ooh, dodges the thrall as well. Follows it up with another stun, but Tenna might go aggressively here. Tab escape will be used. Time warp to follow suit, and Ryuki, no! Gets caught, dazed up, and this could be really dire, but no. Manages to disengage in the end. Tenna will have his thrall timeout soon, but no! Still gets the stun off, and Ryuki might just die here. Position swap is good, however. Tries to get the stun. Gets the air launch, and Tenna will be webbed down to the ground. This is a really close one, however. Ryuki only with 16% HP left. It definitely could go either way here, but Tenna looking poised to win it. Oh, even Ryuki now down to 4% HP. Tenna so close, but can Ryuki do it? Gets the stun, gets the air launch. It's really, really close here. He needs to play out of his mind to get the win. Gets the stun follow, 90%. Tab escape will be used at 10%, 5%. Ryuki takes it with 2% remaining.
Ryuki
Match.
Man,
seriously is pulling everything out that he possibly can. He knew that pet stun was going to come, and he baited it and just tapped straight out of it.
and now rapid fire rounds as the second one will start. Ice Mine once again landing onto Tenna. Ryuki playing out of his mind. Momentum possibly swinging in his favor here. We'll see if Tenna can apply enough pressure this time around. Getting pretty close, gets the air launch, and this is already looking really good for the Warlock. But Ryuki gets the resolve and gets the stun. And he keep it up, 52% HP. Time Warp comes out though, and Ryuki gonna go down to 40% HP. Disengages with a Lightning Strike. Still down to 40% HP. Ooh, this is really bad for the assassin, but that's the response with the stun. Launches them up into the air. Pet Q will connect, and now Ryuki might be going down here. Stunned up, 12% HP remaining. Gets the re-stealth, but Tenna just needs a bit more to close it out. Bastion will time out for Tenna. Stun will connect. Can Ryuki do it again? Gets the web down. This is another good setup for the assassin. 61%, 50% HP remaining for the Warlock. Ryuki just again gets the Ice Mine. Playing out of his mind for now, but can he keep it going? Tenna should have Bastion as well as his Brawl back up. Summons it right away. Yuki using that flower defensively, but no, will go down to Tenna, equalizing this series 1-1.
Pairing match.
I think I
Oh,
nearly choked. Like I actually nearly choked watching that.
But what beautiful play coming out of these finals as the final round of this series will start. Tenna now looking pretty strong here. We'll have that Sanctum down once again. Ice Mine will connect, but Tenna will sit in it for now. If Tenna takes the next round, he will win the tournament. Ryuki needs to win it to stay in this in order to keep his tournament dreams alive. That's the stun. Follows it up with a high wire. Gets the air launch, and Ryuki playing really well here. Pet will time out, but no, Tenna actually goes for the time warp, playing really aggressively here. Wants to actually get another catch onto Ryuki. 66% HP remaining onto the assassin. Cashin is up for Tenna. Ryuki slowly getting whittled down. 40% HP remaining. Forced to use that tab escape, and Fall is already back up. Ryuki is not looking good for him. Tenna might be able to take the series here. We'll get an Ice Mine, however. Ryuki needs to play out of his mind here to take it back into his favor. 100% HP left onto Tenna. Gets swept up to the air. Ryuki, 18% HP remaining. This is gonna be his last chance. But Tenna still playing defensively. His fall will time out soon. Gets the pet stun and gets the launch, but no. Ryuki getting that restuff going. And nice read by Tenna. Boops Ryuki away. 4% HP remaining. Tenna needs a bit more damage. Gets the Wake Storm and gets the...
Tenna takes it. Yes, he does. Wow. Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. Ryuki played literally so well. But it's the kind of game where Sin's, it's one of the few matchups they can't really make any mistakes. You know, they can't cover it up because a Warlock will catch him. You know, and Tenna pulled it out at the end of the day.
But still, just well played by both of them. Ryuki putting up a really good fight there in the end. Was looking really good for him, managing to get actually 3 wins in a row there. So, coming pretty close to equalizing the series overall. But as a result, Tenna will be the victor. And congratulations to him once again. Thank you so much to our sponsors as well. He will be winning for that first prize, $500, as well as that awesome Corsair gear, the MMO mouse, the gaming headset with the Void one, and the mouse pad. So awesome full set for Tenna here. Might be looking really fine there. I gotta say I'm pretty jelly on that one, but
yeah, so am I, you know.
Ryuki won't go down, or rather won't go home empty-handed. You still get the second place prize. Will be getting $250, as well as his very own Scimitar, Corsair MMO mouse, and a mouse pad mat. So awesome stuff, and extremely well played, definitely by all of the contestants, even the ones from last week, which got to participate. And we will be moving on to an actual interview, I do believe, with
We are indeed
winners. So we're going to be welcoming Tenna in a moment. So if we will swap over to the screen for our interview, I believe Tenna is here in the chat room with us on. If you're also being heard on stream. So I just want to make sure on that one. We can hear Tenna, however, but what a series! What a series! Once again, I think now we're okay. So welcome, Tenna. Congratulations!
Yep. Congratulations, fella.
Thanks a lot.
How's it feel?
It feels really good to win the first somehow NCSoft sponsored tournament, because I didn't win for a while, and now I just won a really big tournament. So that's even much better.
You sound really happy, dude. You sound really happy.
Yeah, I'm still like, my heart is still beating. You know, I'm like,
Definitely. But why don't you just give yourself a short introduction to everyone on stream? Of course, you've been a veteran in the tournament scene, but just give yourself a bit of backstory for everyone here.
What you want to hear?
Just when you started playing, since when, how much practice you're putting in.
Oh,
why
yeah,
Warlock.
yeah. All right, so yeah, I started playing in the close beta. I heard of Blade and Soul already for a while, but at this time I was playing Aeon. So then yeah, there was the close beta. Started playing Destroyer, but Destroyer, you know, it was not really my thing. And yeah, then they released the Warlock, and I was like, yeah, dude, that's my class. That's definitely my class. And yeah, I started playing it. In the beginning, I practiced really, really hard, like probably like 6 hours a day when I had free time. And it became less now in the end, since we have less players to spar with. But I'm still trying to be very active. Yeah.
And definitely, as of course you've shown, that it paid off in the end. And it seems like you've had a bit of a nice cruise control way towards the win here in this tournament. So you've been facing off versus two Sins and, of course, Ryuki and Sarpo. So just coming in, even from the last week's tournament, what do you think was your toughest matchup, or just in general, who gave you the toughest of times?
Cymex. Thank God he's not in here.
Well,
yeah,
you have been enjoying those summoners, man.
Yeah, I was enjoying them yesterday. Yeah, actually, my toughest matchup is Summoner, because you just have to go for PvEing them. And I mean, you can also do that in some other matchups, as Ryuki would say, it's in the Sin matchup, but I definitely hate Summoner. And to be honest, I was also scared that Red Eyes can make it far, because, I mean, Red Eyes is kind of rusty, but Red Eyes was always one of my hardest opponents in all other tournaments. So, yeah.
Fair enough, definitely.
Always
And what I think were, like, of course, because there's so many people that have been watching, and you've been, even though you've been in tournaments before, how did you prep for the matches tonight? How did you feel coming in as well?
To be honest, it was kind of hard, because normally before my tournaments, I go out for cigarette, think about everything, but I'm currently trying to quit smoking, so I was like sitting there and I was thinking like, yo, the big tournament's gonna start in a bit, what we gonna do? I actually, like, I wanted to spar Ryuki before, but he like just denied, no, I'm not gonna spar you now, we're gonna fight later. So I was just like the hour before the tournament started, I was just sparring random people and hope to get warm.
Well, you did well, man. You did really, really well. And again, you're doing really well on the stopping smoking. That's good to hear.
I mean, definitely, it is something you should consider. But still, definitely well played for you and everyone that participated tonight. And you are, of course, a part of the community. You do like streaming. So if you want to give yourself a small shout out, of course, or anything you wanted to mention for the tournament in general, if you have any thoughts, Tenna?
There's actually nothing to add. Good match, Ryuki. Good match, Sarpo, and thanks for everyone who participated last week. Saturday? It was Saturday, right?
Yes.
Saturday. Yeah, thanks for everyone who participated. I mean, there's always only one person who can win, but like, you don't need a tournament if only one person participates. So I hope people keep participating in the upcoming tournaments. That's everything.
Gracious in victory, Tenna. That's good to hear. It's very, very good to hear, man.
For sure. And of course, once again, thank you everyone for watching. On top of things, thank you, huge thanks actually to NCSoft and Corsair for sponsoring the tournament. Awesome prizes coming in for the players. Really great to see, because the Western community and the Western players have been insane. It's awesome to see their progression throughout the different patches, of course, and how they're at what extremely high level they've gotten to play at this point. So thumbs up, and really excited to see potentially future tournaments. Of course, if you want to see some more community run tournaments, we do have the Legion tournament over on EU side of things. Check it out. And on NA Imperial. And speaking of North American tournaments, we will also, of course, have the NA tournament coming up later. So make sure to check it out for sure. Of course, if you want to find me, it's going to be 4 p.m. tonight. So for the NA stream. So apologies on that one. Wanted to quickly mention. But that's been it from us. From us tonight. My name's been Brunch. You can follow me on Twitch TV/Brunch for when I stream, or on Twitter /Mr. Brunch if you want to keep any updates with stuff that I do. And Fix, of course.
Yep, I've been Fix. You can, if you've enjoyed it as well, you can pop a follow to me, Fix_UK on Twitch as well.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, hope to see you for the North American tournament as well. So stay tuned for the next time. And till next time, of course,
Cheers,
bye-bye.
guys. Have a good one.